Right. No Bean video this week. Sorry. Not that anyone watched the last one. One person watched it. That was me because I watched it back. But yeah, who gives a fuck? Yeah, this video will get a bit more views. But what does it matter anyway? I'm just doing it for love, eh? Doing it for the love. Still a little bit sniffly. If you have watched it, no one watched it. Wasn't it? Yeah, I had a cold and it's still lingering. So oh yeah. Also, I just ripped the handle off my door. To shut my door properly, like properly shut, so you have to, like, it doesn't keep open. You have to pull it. I pulled it, and the door handle's going off. So, you know, what happens there? But yes, wrestling. It is Summerslam this weekend. The biggest party of the summer. And the weird thing is, it's not going to be the biggest. It's probably the third biggest wrestling thing that's happening this weekend coming. Because you've got Rampage, where a certain someone might be showing up, and you've got NXT TakeOver on the Sunday, which I'm really looking forward to Dragunov vs Walter, because I think they're brilliant. But yeah, SummerSlam, and I've got all the matches here, and I'm just going to do a little run through and sort of just give my thoughts and who I think will win, etc. But yeah, I want to make this quite quick because my current battery's on 2 bars. It might just drop, who knows? But yeah, a match that I've seen advertised today, which is a bit like, but according to the list I've got, and I've just looked on CBS, there are 10 matches advertised for SummerSlam. 10. Now, I'm guessing 2 will be on a pre-show. But that's still 8 matches. 8 matches on a WWE pay-per-view. I know fans are back, but from someone who lives in the UK's perspective, oh my god. It starts at midnight. We'll be going till about 4 a.m, which is fucking so annoying. It's just so annoying. I know they're not that great. We'll bring back the Saudi shows because they're on like at 5 o'clock in the evening here in the UK, which is perfect. Or even the Australia show. It's on like 10 a.m. in the morning. But yeah. A few great matches. A few matches and a few... This is going to be shit, isn't it? Matches. Do I go in the order I've got them, or do I just go in any old shit order? Yeah, I think we'll start off big and end big. It's the order I've got them in, anyway. So, yeah, the first match I'm going to cover in not great detail, because my words and the articulation of my words are quite shit. But, yeah, the first match, it'll probably main event, is Roman Reigns versus old John Cena. Ooh, John Cena's back, is he? This is probably going to be great. My mate, one of my mates that I watch the wrestling with, he's not a big fan of either. He said he's definitely going to be on his phone for this match, but, I'm a big Roman Reigns fan, and, I'm 24, so the era that I grew up in, John Cena was there in, every single week John Cena was there. John Cena was my childhood, and I think John Cena is the GOAT, or one of the GOATs in wrestling. Don't care what you say about him, he's fucking brilliant. But Roman's going to batter him, and Roman is going to beat the shit out of him. It might be a swerve and Cena wins, but I don't think that should happen. Roman's going to batter the shit into this Cena. Yeah, that's as simple as it goes. I mean, I'm glad John has got the massive pop that he deserves, because normally gets booed, which, actually, I know, boo and cheer you want. But yeah, I think Roman's going to win here. I think Roman is going to batter the shit out of him. It's not going to be quick. I mean, it's not going to be like a squash. But I do think Roman is just going to toy with him and just beat the shit out of him. And he should anyway. He should. And I think it'll be a really good match, because Cena can still go. He's going to do his one match a year, which is fair enough against Roman, which will be quite good. But I'm going to go for a Roman win here. If you comment if you disagree or agree, but, I think that's how it'll go. Next in the list is Lashley against Goldberg. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to this match that much. I mean, I really like Bobby Lashley, but, I think in Goldberg's contract he has to wrestle twice a year, or 4 times a year, or something like that, so might be seeing him again. I don't know how many. He's only wrestled Drew, hasn't he? And that was right at the start, I think. Again, I think I was going to say the younger head, but Lashley's in his mid-40s. I think Lashley's going to win here. Spear versus Spear. Sun versus MVP. It's quite weird. But yeah, I think Lashley is definitely going to win here. Lashley has to win. I mean, you can't give the belt to Goldberg again. No offense to Bill, but and I know he's a legend and all that stuff, but you can't give him the belt again. I think Lashley has to win. He has to definitely win. As for the match, it's not Goldberg's fault he's old. It's not his fault he's old. But I do have this fear he's going to do a couple of, pick-me-up spot, jackhammer maybe, and botch it. But I doubt it, because against Drew, it was actually really good. So, I think this could be a squash. I think Lashley's going to spear him out of his shoes, and that's going to be it, I think. And then his son's probably going to get it, Goldberg's son. But who knows, eh? Goldberg will probably win now, knowing WWE. But yeah, I'm going to go for a Lashley win here. And there we have it. I'm sorry I'm not talking about the matches too much in depth. I'm just giving sort of my thoughts on who I think will win. Maybe I should have talked about the matches more. Maybe we'll start in that way. The next match I got written down is Nikki Ash versus Ash, ASH, almost superhero, versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. I'm not really that arsed about this, to be honest. I've read stuff online and on What Culture that Nikki is not getting that well received at house shows, etc. But, to me, it's sort of like, that character's not for me, I like, the Hurricane is great, but this, I'm a 24-year-old man now, and a woman superhero character, it's not really my thing. But you shouldn't go to a house show or a wrestling, a Raw or a pay-per-view just to boo it because you don't like it. If the character's actively terrible and the person's terrible, or she's a heel and you have to boo her, but she's not. She's a face. She's trying her best, and this character is for children, and children are going to love this. Just because you're 24 or whatever age, and it's a fucking superhero. Oh my god, I don't like it. Don't boo it, man. There's a red light there. Don't boo that, because that's sad. Because apparently she chose this and thought about all this. But yeah, I think my personal thoughts on this. I think Charlotte's going to win. Unfortunately, not really who I want to win. I would quite like Nikki to retain and go into a feud with someone else. Not these two. Definitely not these two. These two should separate from each other as well, because I've had enough. I really can't be arsed for these two. But there's not really anyone else. Who's even on Raw now? You've got sort of, I don't know. Well, you've got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Maybe they could finally salvage Shayna Baszler, but I really don't think so. It's just a lot of shit in these three. I think Charlotte's going to. I think Nikki's reign's going to end. Not due to the booing she's been getting, but I just think they'll be like, oh yeah, we give her a title run. I know it won't very long, but give it back to the main girl, Charlotte. Or maybe they won't, because she was backstage at AAA with her husband Andrade. Who knows, eh? Who knows what Vince McMahon will probably change it mid-match or something, but, who cares, eh? The next match, I hope this is not on the pre-show, because I'm really looking forward to it, but there is the match after it. It's like, one of these probably will be on the pre-show. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be... maybe they won't be. The next match, we've got the Usos versus the Mysterios, which I am really, really looking forward to, if they don't do the stupid pin bollocks where one of them puts their foot on his arse to stop him, unrolling. Stop doing that. It looks quite shit, I think. Dominic Mysterio in a match on SmackDown where he was... there was a few... I'm not judging him. I'm a fat cunt from South Wales, and I couldn't do wrestling ever. I admire him and everything, and the way he's, the way he's come up is just absolutely brilliant. You know, for the experience he's got. I know his dad's Rey Mysterio, he's probably doing a lot, but you know, for how little he's been wrestling and how good he is. But there's a few mistakes on SmackDown that I did notice, but you know, it's not his fault. He's still learning. This should be brilliant. This should be a really, really good match, and this could end the feud. And then they could go on to feud with someone else. I think the Usos are going to win here. The Usos are definitely going to win, I think. Maybe not help from Roman, but I think we might see Roman before telling them that they have to win. Yeah, I hope this isn't on the pre-show, because it was on Money in the Bank. And that's disappointing, because I think this would be absolutely brilliant. And obviously the crowd will love it, because it's the Mysterios, or Rey Mysterio and the Usos. No offense to Dominic, but your dad's a fucking legend, mate. And the next match I've got written down here is the one I'm probably looking the most forward to on the whole card. It is Styles and Omos versus RK Bro, Riddle and Randy Orton. Raw was absolutely terrible again. It was absolutely shit. It was just rematch central. Why the fuck do we have Priest versus The Miz again? Like, why are we still doing that? They done that at WrestleMania, I think, which is just a load of... Yeah, it was when it was with Bad Bunny. What a load of shit. Okay, now. But, yeah. I love RK Bro. It is absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's so good. You know, Riddle sort of, you know, they got back together. Say that again. They got back together on Raw because Randy Orton's not being a dick anymore. But I think I saw a comment on something. I can't remember what it was. What would happen if Riddle turned on Orton? I would be quite into that if, you know, because they can't have tag teams together forever. It's not, you know, it's WWE. They always split up tag teams. It's just their thing, isn't it? But that'd be really interesting if Riddle turned on Orton. Yeah, Styles and Omos. They had Riddle versus Styles again for like the 400th time, which is fair enough because they're both brilliant. But yeah, I really like Omos because back when I was a kid and still now, my favourite wrestler was the Great Khali, and I know he couldn't wrestle, and sorry about that, and he couldn't move very fast, but I just loved him. I just loved him so much, and Omos is very similar. I know he's taller, and I know he can move a bit better, but it's pretty similar to that, so that's why I love Omos. But yeah, I think RK Bro are going to win this. I think RK Bro should win this as well, because it's just absolutely brilliant. The crowd love them. Riddle is just so lovable. Orton being the hard dickhead is just great. You know, Orton, for me anyway, well in my era, is one of the best heels ever. Since I've been watching in 2003-4, it's just fantastic. He's just fantastic, Orton, future Hall of Famer in my opinion. No, I know he does split opinion. People think he's a very boring wrestler. Yes, he's very slow in the ring and all that, but his whole character is just fantastic. I want to talk about this match more because the next one I got written down, I really don't care. I really couldn't give a shit. Now we got to do it, Joe. The next one I got written down is, sorry if you got this device in your home. I have, but you know, if I say it quietly, got Alexa versus Eva Marie. I saw this advertised just.
I don't know that one.
There you go. We'll call her Bliss. We'll call her Bliss from now on. I saw this advertised just before I started recording about an hour ago. And I was like, oh, is this really on SummerSlam? This has to be on the pre-show. This is on the real show. Fuck me. I'll be on my phone for this one. I'll probably even turn it off. Can we just skip this? Or can we just skip this? I really don't care. I mean, Eva Marie's alright, I suppose. She's not the best wrestler, but that's the point, innit? But no offence. I know she probably really likes his character, but Bray Wyatt's not there anymore, obviously, and they're still carrying on the spooky stuff with Lily and Bollocks. Doudrop, Piper Niven was absolutely terrified when she was holding the doll the other day, and it's just dreadful. The thing I was saying earlier about Nikki Ash, you know, maybe kids will like it. Kids won't like this, they'll just fucking hate it. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's awful. And I mean, Alexa's brilliant at wrestling. But yeah, I should have said Bliss then. It didn't go off that time. Yeah, there's brilliant wrestling. Just go back to her old character. Less of this spooky shit. It's just rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. I really, really don't like it. If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably go for Bliss. And then I could end that. And maybe Bliss will go for Bliss and Nikki Ash. Maybe we'll do that in the future. But sorry, I don't care. I really don't care. This has to be on the pre-show because whenever she goes out to wrestle, we want Wyatt, so they have to go in backstage segments and no thanks. I mean, no thanks. And like I said before, Bliss is just non-space. She's just dressing up as a child, and all the men love her. The next match I've got written down, match number 7. Oh, we've been going for 16 minutes. Match number 7, I'm quite looking forward to. I know did they have a match before on Raw? Or am I just imagining it? It is Sheamus versus Damien Priest. Sheamus had a bit of bollocks with Humberto Carrillo and Ricochet. We haven't seen Ricochet for weeks on Raw, which is disappointing. Same with Carrillo, But they've sort of stumbled into this match because Priest has still been going on with Morrison and The Miz, which again, I mean they're splitting up, I think, which is just what they do. I do really like Morrison though. I think Morrison should have a little feud with Sheamus. That'd be quite good if Sheamus wins. But I think this match will be really good. I'm a bit worried a bit on the pre-show. But no, actually, I've seen the match that's coming up. The match I've got written down after this, and I don't think it will be on the pre-show, to be honest. Sheamus versus Priest, I think, will be really, really good. Sheamus, I think, is one of, if not the most underrated wrestler in the whole of WWE. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I don't think Priest is underrated. I think Priest is quite rated, but Priest is really good. They're both massive guys. I think they'll just batter the shit out of each other and there'll be a winner at the end. Didn't Priest do a bro kick against Morrison? Or The Miz? It was The Miz, wasn't it? I think Priest did a bro kick against The Miz. My camera's going to die, which is quite worrying. I might switch to my phone. Sorry about that. It was on 3 bars when I started and it's just dropped. Then we need to get a new camera. Go for these quickly. I'm going to go for a Sheamus win here. Maybe not. Maybe Priest will get it. It probably will be Priest, actually, but I think it will be Sheamus. The next match is McIntyre vs Mahal. Why are they doing this? They did a match, Shanky and Via versus McIntyre. Sorry if I'm talking fast, I'm scared about my camera dying. You've got McIntyre vs Mahal. It's sort of bike versus sword. Mahal wants a new bike because Drew smashed it up. Drew's going to beat him up with smash him up with a sword. This has to be on the pre-show as well, I think. I really don't care. To go from Drew winning the Royal Rumble and carrying the company through the pandemic and then just having this bollocks. It's so easy, this feud as well. It's just go back to 3MB. Easy. But instead of doing sword versus bike, I don't care. I really don't care. McIntyre's going to win here. And I love Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was my favourite wrestler this time last year. Or, before that. But now I just couldn't give a shit. Right, the last 2 matches are probably going to be my favourite matches. We've got Edge versus Rollins, which I think will be absolutely superb. I saw a lot of people online complaining about this match. Like, what the fuck are you on about? This match will be absolutely fantastic. I think Edge is going to win. I wish I could talk about this match more, but my camera is going to die. And the charge over there, but I haven't got I can't extend it. I haven't got an extension lead to plug it in. Or when it'll reach this far. But, I think Edge will win here. Or maybe Rollins, I don't know. Maybe they could write Edge off telly again and he can come back. But I don't know. But I think Edge will win. This match will be absolutely brilliant. If you don't think it's going to be brilliant, then you're just stupid. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really looking forward to this. You're watching, I'll not preach or something like that. Actually, quickly, I think they're going to do... I saw someone suggest this and thought, that's a brilliant idea. Becky Lynch comes back. They do Rollins and Lynch versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. How about that? That'll be quite fun, isn't it? The last match I've got written down here is probably going to be match of the night. It is probably my favourite match this year so far, or one of at least. It is Banks versus Belair. part 2 or number 2. Banks versus Belair at WrestleMania was the match of the whole weekend. It is one of my best matches this year. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. That hair whip, when she was carrying her up the steps, oh god, fantastic. And it got awards. It got loads of awards. But yeah, this will be much of the same. I hope it will be absolutely brilliant, and it's just going to be superb, isn't it? It's just going to be brilliant. It's going to be match of the night on SummerSlam. I think I am really, really looking forward to it. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. And my prediction, who I think will win, is going to be Sasha Banks. And that's that. I do think Sasha Banks is going to win. I don't think they'll do the Belair double. Although I think they should. I do think Banks is going to win. And if Bayley wasn't so injured, they could do a triple threat, which I think would be great as well. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Banks win there. Which will be sad for Belair. Could they do a part 3? They could probably do a part 3 because then it'll be 1-1, wouldn't it? Maybe they will. Maybe they'll. There's no other women. Carmella and Zelina Vega. Bollocks. Or maybe Toni Storm. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be back to the night. I'm not sure. I think one of my friends probably will agree, but I don't think the other will. Be like, oh, what? Not this one. It's going to be Roman versus Cena. Yeah, I think match of the night. Easy match of the night for me. Sorry if this was... Well, I'm going for over 21 minutes, but I did rush it a bit at the end because my camera may be dying. And sorry if I was a bit brief with the explanations or my thoughts on the matches. I was just predicting the winners. First match, Roman Cena. I think Roman's going to win. Lashley Goldberg. Lashley's going to win. Ripley, Nikki, Charlotte. I think Charlotte's going to win, sadly. Usos, Mysterio's. Usos going to win. Styles, Omos, RK Bro. I think RK Bro's going to win. Eva Marie. I think Bliss is going to win. Sheamus Priest is going to win. Although it could be Priest. That's the most 50-50 match. Probably the one I can't call the most. McIntyre, Mahal. Who really gives a shit about that match? No offence to them lads. I do quite like them both, but I really don't care. McIntyre's going to win that. Edge, Rollins. I think Edge is going to win. And Banks Belair, I think Banks is going to win. 3 matches in there. The 3 matches that are closest to call, I think, is Sheamus Priest, Edge, Rollins, and Banks Belair. They're the ones I struggle with the most to pick the winner. It could go either way, I think. Either way on them ones. I mean, there's some that are very, very, very predictable. Like Roman Cena and Lashley Goldberg. I think that's just easy to predict that. And McIntyre and Mahal as well. Like, don't think Mahal's going to beat him, especially at SummerSlam. But yeah, thank you for watching. There'll be a Beam video out next week. Sorry if this is very rushed, or seems very rushed at the end, but, you know, sorry about that. Still a bit ill. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy SummerSlam. Or comment below if you think I'm wrong about my predictions. But yeah, cheerio.